Good evening. I'm Jane Lumm, 3075 Overridge. As you've just heard from Leslie and Myra, there are compelling reasons why soliciting proposals to change Huron Hills and considering development or other alternative uses at the site doesn't make sense. I'd like to add some perspective on the financials which support that same conclusion. I've passed out a short presentation. The first few pages provide the details, but for the sake of time, I'd ask that you turn to the last page. I do not believe there is a rationale for issuing an RFP for Huron Hills only. The primary reason is that, thanks to the fantastic work of Golf Director Doug Kelly and his team, the plan that was put in place to improve the performance of the golf courses is really working for both courses, exceeding expectations, in fact. Revenues at both courses are up over 30%. Both courses are beating their budgets for this year. Leslie Park by $100,000 and Huron Hills by $70,000. And they're beating the revenue targets established by the city's golf consultant as well. Yes, the plan is really working. So given that, wouldn't it make much more sense to allow our capable staff to focus attention on building on the positive results and momentum achieved to date, rather than diverting their attention to RFPs and alternative use studies? I think so. Interestingly, while golf revenues have grown 33% the last 2 years, the other rec activities are up just 2%. Leslie Park and Huron Hills rank number 1 and number 3 among the city's 12 rec facilities in terms of revenue generation, and both courses are growing like mad. It is also important to correct the misperceptions about Huron Hills' financial performance. The message and general perception, as evidenced by a recent councilmember email, is that Huron Hills' operating shortfall was more than $500,000 annually. That's not even close. The gap between myth and reality on this one is sort of Ann Arbor's Grand Canyon or Great Divide. On an operating basis, before administrative and allocated costs, Huron Hills is very close to break even. To be precise, a small loss of $10,000 is budgeted for next year. And on a fully allocated cost basis, including these administrative and allocated costs, that, by the way, have grown a whopping 47% in 3 years. It is not little old Huron Hills that's the problem. Both courses have similar size shortfalls. No, Huron Hills is not the drain on financial resources that's been portrayed. Based on a study by city staff earlier this year that looked at support for all recreation activities, Huron Hills accounted for just 6 to 8% of the total rec activity support. It is also perplexing why an RFP would be issued for just Huron Hills. If the city wants to explore all the options, both courses would be included. And if either, it is Huron Hills that is more aligned with a public recreation mission. I have one sentence, if I may. Thanks. Thank you. Please, City Council, don't place this 90-year-old jewel at risk. The plan is working. Work the plan, stop this RFP, and let staff focus on the real work they should be doing, building on the impressive successes achieved so far. Thank you very much.